Hey all, welcome back to the garage. Today we are going to be taking apart, there is it, that guy. It's the 289 short block. It is loaded currently with pistons, rods, crank, and cam. The pistons are the L203, kind of stockish rebuild pistons, but they are forged. There are forged cranks in there apparently. But it's sat for a while. There's a whole bunch of gack in there. So I'll be taking it apart and doing some kind of high level inspection before I get ready to send the block off to the machine shop. So without further ado, let's get after it. All right, so this is my 1966 289 block, 8.2 inch deck height, blah, 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 standard stuff. It is bored 30 over. It is loaded with, like I said, L2305 030 pistons. Can you see that? Yeah, no, not really. So it has a 7.4 cc dish in it and valve relief cuts. They're nothing special, but I guess they are forged, and I'll be using them, hopefully, if they're in good condition. But what I need to do is flip this guy over, like so. Yeah, we'll have to start taking, taking all the caps off and getting this pulled. But before I do that, I do want to number everything. Doesn't really matter. This engine hasn't been run with the rings. I'm going to be re-ringing it, obviously doing a hone, bringing it to the machine shop. I might get a line board, might get all this stuff internally balanced. Who the heck knows? I haven't decided yet. But just to keep myself organized, I will be numbering all the pistons, and obviously, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but the rods are a press fit and not a slip fit, so they will be kind of a 1-to-1. But without further ado, let's get to numbering and disassembling. All right, so I got the number one piston out. Obviously, the piston is brand spanking new. There's no carbon buildup or anything on there. So the piston itself is forged. Good. Rods, not forged, but they are, where the heck are they? C3, AE, so basically just stock rods out of this generation 289. No big deal. One big downside to them, though, is the rod bolts right there. So that's not that huge of a deal. When I get the block machined, what I'll do is I will just have them punch these out, drill a bigger hole, and I'm going to put ARP studs in there. So not a big deal. I don't know if you can see on the big end, nice cross hatching in there, a little hot spot. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. I don't think it is, but then again, I'm not an engine building master. But it looks generally in pretty good condition. There's no scoring, or there's nothing. Actually, it looks, in my opinion, really good. So anyway, that's one down, 7 to go. Let's get after it. Slight update. Obviously, pistons out, rods out, crank out. All right, we've already covered half of that. Next up is the cam, which is that bumpy log looking thing running through there. The problem is it is stuck. So typically it should spin nice and easy. The crank spun great. All the bearings look awesome on it. I haven't inspected for any scoring, but Hopefully we're good there. But the cam should do the same. It should spin. There'd be resistance, but it should spin. And typically use a bolt here to kind of guide it out. I threaded the bolt in and started putting some pressure on it with a ratchet to try and get it to turn. It didn't turn. I don't want to force it and break stuff. It would really suck to have to pull a bolt out of there. So next thing I'm going to do is hop on the Googles and see if there's a old school hot rod trick or something to get a stuck cam out. I don't know if you can see in here. Let's see if I can brighten that up for you. But right here is one of the plugs. So I might have to try and pull that out and then hammer the cam out that way. Either way, I'm getting new cam bearings. So I'm not really concerned. And this is, I'm sure, a cam I won't be using, but you never know. So I'll try and be gentle and not ruin it too much, but I don't really have high hopes. So anyway, on to the Google. So here's the stuff that makes it go. Got the cam out. You saw I just put a breaker bar on one of the lobes and just gave it a couple little love taps, and it actually came right out. And honestly, the bearings are journals, I guess, whatever. They're in good condition. Yeah, these are the journals, the bearings I took out. Good condition. The cam bearings look okay, but I'm getting them replaced anyway. And then this is just the stock 289 crank. Nothing special to it. Again, the journals on this look pretty good. Move that cam out of the way. The number 3 journal right here looks like it has, I don't know if you can see that, but a little bit of wear there. I can't feel it with my nail, so probably something that can just be polished out. But anyway, it looks like it's in great condition. All the bearings look really good. And let's come over here, ignore all of this mess. I need a bigger shop. And let me grab the flashlight for you. So this is the number 1 cylinder bore. That dark spot right in the middle, I think, is just where the piston was just laying against it for however long it was. I can't feel anything. It's really, really smooth. And again, that could probably just get honed out. And it's similar on all the left bank cylinders. But on the right bank, everything looks pretty good. There's, really good cross hatching in there. So I have high hopes. All right, folks, that's another episode of Joe is trying to figure things out as he goes. Crank looks good. Cam, getting junked. It wouldn't make the power I want to make anyway. Block looks, fingers crossed, pretty good. But like I said, I need to get it taken to the machine shop. I'm going to have them clean the heck out of it, strip it down, bare metal, and make sure the cylinder's good. I'll have them line hone it, put new cam bearings in, blah, 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 and horsepower. The intent is to reuse the pistons that I have and the rods, the stock rods. There's nothing wrong with them. They'll be plenty strong for the power I'm looking to make. Ideally, 375 or so to the crank. Probably going to be running, well, I'm definitely going to be running AFR 165 heads. I've decided on that. The cam, no idea what I plan on running. Trick flow stage 1, maybe. Stage 2, maybe. The comp XE 264 HR, which is the extreme energy cam, maybe. 274 extreme energy. Sorry, bugs. Since I have the valve reliefs, basically my big concern is piston to valve clearance. So if I'm really, really close with the 274 cam, I can always fly cut the pistons a little bit more. And I'm planning on running mid 9, so 9.3, 9.5 or so to 1 compression. Anyway, I'm babbling. That's the plan. Thanks all for coming along. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, like, etc., etc. And I'll see you next time.